So the third revelation that we've talked about this morning is that if we ask, then we will receive. The fourth one comes from that same verse. It says, the second part of that verse, seek and you will find. Now I asked the question and I thought about this, what's the difference in asking, seeking, and finding? Or asking and seeking and knocking, actually. And I thought, is there a difference? And then I said, well, if there wasn't a difference, he wouldn't have put the other two there. So apparently there is a difference in those three things. And as I read and as I looked in this book, he kind of goes through the options of the discovery of these three different things. And when you seek, you may discover what you're seeking on your own, or it may happen without someone else's help. See, seeking is more visual. Asking is more verbal, but seeking is more visual. It's something that you're out looking for. Man, how many of you have ever played hide and seek? Don't raise your hand. I know you've all played it. We've all played the game hide and seek. And what happens in hide and seek? Everybody goes hide, and then what do? You go try and find them. You play. Yeah, we try and go find them. So we act to actually put ourselves into action. Seeking means that we have to take some type of action, and we have to physically go do something to see where it is and see what it is that we're looking for. It's more work-oriented. It's not just verbal. It requires us to get off our bums and go do something is what it requires us to do. It requires us to dig a little deeper in life. You know, the answer may not be right there in front of us. It may not be something that's so visual. It may not be something that is right there that we can put our hands on, and we may have to go find out what it is that we need to seek. Now, whenever we seek, most of the times we seek for a couple of different things. We're either seeking for something that is lost or seeking for something that can fulfill a desire or a need. And the book describes a few principles that we need to do whenever we seek. It says that we need to seek with our whole heart. Jeremiah 29:13 says it like this. It says, "And you will seek me and find me when you search for me with your whole heart." See, a lot of things that I tend to do in life, I do kind of with half effort sometimes. But if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And it's worth doing with everything that you have. And sometimes seeking God, or all the time seeking God, or seeking the truth, or whatever it is that we seek in life that we think we need, it's worth seeking with everything that we had. And this seeking also has a perseverance part to it. We have to continue to go seek, and we have to continue to look for what it is that is out there in our lives. Sometimes we have to ask for directions when we seek. Now, I've been driving down the road before thinking I knew where I was going, and the last thing I was going to do is stop and ask for directions. But I've kind of come to the point realizing that I could save a lot more time if I'll just stop. I put things together for my kids, and those of you that put things together for your kids, you know that you're like me. You just want to dump it all out and just put it together without looking at anything. And I found that you can save time by reading the directions and actually going by those directions when you put those things there. So directions are there for a purpose. They're not there to humiliate your manhood, thinking that you can't do something. They're there to serve a specific purpose, and they're there to benefit us in life. So we have to ask for directions. And then we have to seek in the right places. We have to know where things are available to us. Where are the resources available that we can find what it is that we need to find? And then finally, we have to follow through. We have to have an accountability partner in life, and that's one thing that's difficult. It's difficult to have an accountability partner, somebody that can kind of check you and make sure you're headed down the right direction. An accountability partner in my life sometimes is difficult because I take a defensive mode. I think if somebody's questioning something that I may be doing or something that I've done, a lot of times I get defensive about it, and I try to make excuses on why I'm doing this and justify why I'm doing that. And all they're doing is simply saying, hey, you just need to check it out. You just need to make sure it's down the right avenue that God has for you. So we need to not only ask, but that fourth revelation is seek, and we will find.